Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. A little change of scenery today because I need some space to spread out and look at this project. Out here in the living room, the lighting and the acoustics are probably not the best, so hopefully everything looks decent enough. But today we're looking at the project I just wrapped up recently, as you probably tell from the title. So this is the a World War II project, the Greek Mountain Infantry. So I've been away from the World War II space for quite a while, actually. My recent videos, I've been doing, some colonial wars. Even off camera, I've been working on some ancients and some crusades and stuff like that. So it's been quite a while since I've done World War II. So I kind of felt that pull to return, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I've done the late war Germans, I've done the Soviets, I've done all that stuff. So I just wanted something a little bit different to do. I've never done too much early war, and I've always liked the idea of the minor nations, quote unquote. So I was looking around, and I have worked with these are Great Escape games, and I have used some of their stuff as like filler units, like in my Germans and Soviets. I've always been impressed with the sculpts and the quality, and I like the idea. I was looking around at the stuff they had on offer. I like the idea of the Greeks. Good early war. Really fighting against the Italians in the early war. They got a good story. If you don't really know, when Italy invaded Greece from Albania, the Greeks, really put up a good resistance, even counter-assaulted, and really had a good chance of defeating the Italians, or at least pushing them really far back before Germany got involved and captured Greece. So I think it's those really good resistance stories of World War II. I think more people should know about. So these are the Greek Mountain Infantry. So let's get a closer look at a couple models I've done and some of the sculpts in general. So this is like a typical Great Escape Games medal. So they're heroic-ish, I would say, not quite as exaggerated as Warlord, but still more on that side. And I've done them earlier in the conflict against Italy, when they're fighting in the north on the mountains along Albania. I've actually never done a snow base before. This is my first attempt at that. I think it's a nice contrast with the soldiers. And this is actually I was looking in some of my storage, and I found that literally like a decade-old thing of Valhalla Blizzard from Games Workshop. So that's what like the snow clumps are, and then the snow powder is from Geek Gaming Scenics, and the tufts I believe are gamer grass, I want to say. So the snow drifts, or whatever you want to call them, the Valhalla Blizzard, and it's okay. I mean, I don't know how the consistency is supposed to be. I mean, the tub was sealed, but it's a decade old, so I don't know if that's supposed to turn out like that, but I'm pleased with it. If I were to expand this forest, I'd probably pick up a tub of the Vallejo snow. But yeah, overall, very pleased with these. These are specifically the Greek Mountain Infantry. They do sell a general, just Greek Winter Infantry, which you could use in a Greek Mountain Infantry army like this. So you have these caps, which denote them as Mountain Infantry. The caps only the Mountain Infantry wore. But even in this Mountain Infantry kits, you get some do wear the helmet. This is the standard helmet of the Greek army. So you could very easily just buy the the Winter Greek units and to add them into a Greek Mountain Infantry army. Then I bought some support. So we have the mortar team here. This mortar was an absolute nightmare to assemble. It was in 3 pieces. It was just a nightmare. As you can see, it's kind of off kilter, but it's as good as I got it. I mean, the mortar tube ended up stuck to my finger. My fingers are glued to each other. It was a disaster. So it's as good as I got it, and call it good. Would not recommend that if you could avoid it. Maybe 3D print just the tube and use the infantry, but yeah, would not recommend. The sniper team, however, the sniper team is really good. I think this actually is just the standard Greek winter infantry, but I really like these cloaks they wear. More of a concealed position. We have a Vickers team. They're a nice pose. And then last for support, we have the boys AT rifle. Oop, sorry. Refocus. There we go. Yeah, another nice simple pose, but yeah, real easy. Nice single piece casting this was. I do like with their machine guns, like for this one. So this whole thing, like the man and the machine gun were one single casting, which is really nice. I don't have to fiddle around with any the support tripod and the gun and trying to attach the gunner. So it was all one piece casting, which I really like. I think other companies who do metal would be nice for them to adopt. I tried to do some helmet variation, like some winter camo was wearing away. And we have an officer with a revolver. And his assistant. Really like how that worn helmet look turned out on this one. And then a medic. This was just like a spare figure in the command section. Hold on. Come on. Hold on. There. Yeah, so this is a spare figure. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a messenger or whatever, but I turned him into a medic. So again, I really like how that helmet turned out on that one. So yeah, that is the Greek Mountain Infantry Early War Army. Really pleased with how it turned out. Still want to expand it a little bit. Have some support I could do. Would like to get maybe a flamethrower team. Definitely some mules. Mules are a big part of how the Greek army supported themselves up in the mountains. As the mountains were very rugged, they couldn't really have trucks or anything like that, so they had to bring a lot of their supplies and ammo and such with mules. And Great Escape does have some mule teams, so I think that'd be a nice little interesting bit. To add some little unique flair to the army. They didn't really have tanks up in the mountains to the north during that conflict. It was just too rugged. The Italians had some of their tankettes up in there, but it was kind of a disaster for Italy. So not much there. They did have some light artillery, again ridden by the mules. So maybe get some of those as well. So yeah, there's one project done and dusted, which I'm usually pretty bad about seeing a project through start to finish. So I'm actually pretty pleased with myself about getting this one done. So that's it for now. Hopefully the lighting and audio was not too terrible out here in the living room. future videos will be resumed back in the old work desk. So that is it for now, and I hope to see everyone again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.